Now use hashtag NFL to get your questions on the show. You're watching NFL Daily by Chat Sports. I'm Mitchell Renz. That's Tom Downey. I'll do my best to read them. Tom always does his best to answer them. But if you want to get on the show, use hashtag NFL to get your questions here. Also, turn on those notifications so you know exactly when we go live here. So I'm seeing Thunder404. Appreciate you. Let's go to...
He's triggered the Cowboys fans, by the way.
I love Jose. Can't see. This is clever. Maybe you should get a picture. Will the Cowboys go 6-10 and host a home game? How stupid does that sound? Sounds unbelievably stupid, but it could happen.
They're not going to go 6-10.
How many games will the Cowboys win? Throw it in the comments.
7 or 8. That's what they're going to be. They're not going to win the rest of the way. I think the winner of the NFC East ends up getting to at least 8 games. The Eagles haven't played all that well, but they'll find a way to win a couple of their games down the stretch. So the Cowboys are not going to back into the postseason. It'll be fine. Okay. It'll be fine. The NFC East winner, will not back into the postseason like that. They'll win at least 7 or 8 games.
All right, continue to use hashtag NFL to get your questions here on the show. And if you're a Cowboys fan, go subscribe to Tom's channel, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. It is the #1 most watched Cowboys show on YouTube. Let's go to Andrew Potter. Which rookie quarterback will have the best NFL career? I love this question, Andrew. Absolutely love it. Which rookie quarterback will have the best NFL career?
I'm still going to go with Kyler. I was very impressed by the game Drew Lock had against the Jags. You also haven't seen very much of him. Haskins has been getting better each and every single game. Daniel Jones is banged up right now. Will Greer can't even get on the field. The rest of those guys, frankly, aren't even worth mentioning. It was a pretty weak quarterback class overall.
Okay, let's go to our next man, Leo Plays, and I want everyone to weigh in on this one. Who is the most overrated player in the NFL? The most overrated player in the NFL. So the way that I'm going to look at this is in terms of money.
Okay. So you're thinking overpaid player?
Yes, because to me that means you're overrated.
So it's Jared Goff. Got it.
I was just going to say, it's got to be Jared Goff. And I was saying that after they just won, right? I mean, I will still say I think it's Jared Goff right now because he can't go out and carry a team. He can't.
The Cowboys defense is about to make Jared Goff look great. He is going to light them up.
Well, if Jared Goff played against the Raiders, he'd throw for probably 400 yards. Basically like what Ryan Tannehill did this past week.
Zombie says Trumaine Johnson. If we're going the most overpaid, yes, that is the correct answer.
I'm seeing Zeke, Baker Mayfield, Tom Brady. Tom Brady's interesting because I feel like everyone's like, oh, Tom Brady's still the best player in the NFL, but he has definitely lost a step.
He's not. Which is fine. He's old. That's how it's supposed to be.
Let's go to Barrett B49. Did the Cowboys take the right kicker?
I don't think that there is a right kicker.
Unless he's right.
Like the players that are available aren't good. Like
you're selling it right now.
Well, that's the reality.
Is he better than Brett Maher?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
It's like going from an F to a D. So yes, you got the better kicker. Your long-term problems probably aren't solved. Your short-term problems probably aren't solved. But kicker-wise, it's an upgrade, but hasn't really fixed your issues.
Okay, let's go to Jeff Rogers, one of our most loyal watchers here, using hashtag NFL. Tom, if you're a receiver-needy team and Jeudy and Lamb are on the board, who would you select? Jeff would never suggest you're a Raiders, or could figure out you're a Raiders fan.
I can't tell at all by the profile picture. You can't go wrong. That's the best part. It almost depends on, beauty is in the eye of the beholder type of deal there. Do you want the better route runner, the crisper guy, the maybe a little bit more short-term explosiveness? That's kind of more of the Jerry Jeudy mindset. Okay. I love watching him play. I think he's so fluid. I think he's probably the closest thing to Odell Beckham we've seen come out in the draft in a while. The closest, and say, is CeeDee Lamb, meanwhile. So great at the catch point, so dynamic after the catch. I mean, I think you're talking Hopkins if you want to go with that player comparison. That's how good those two players are. I don't have much of a difference there. They're both going to be top 10, if not top 5, 6, 7 guys on my board. I think I've swung a little bit more in favor of CeeDee Lamb as of late. Plus, nobody's safe on the eye black. Instant bump up. That's so fantastic.
So it sounds like you're going to go Lamb over Jeudy. Now, we will be taking you guys through NFL draft coverage all the time, but we do a lot of stuff here on Chat Sports, NFL news, rumors, live watch parties, Q&As, and so much more. We're trying to get to 150K subscribers. We're getting there. We're getting there, but if everyone who's watching live right now, if you're not a subscriber, make sure you click that subscribe button. The link below is youtube.com/chatsportstv. If you are a subscriber, send it to your friends.
We got mock drafts for you guys, too. There's one up on the channel from earlier this past week.
Go. Get us to 150K. We would appreciate it.
And the mock drafts in the live chat, too.
Cincy Bengals fan.
I
The
feel
only
your
one,
pain.
by the way.
Hey, my family exists.
Who will get
Jerk.
the MVP? It's got to be Lamar Jackson.
Probably Lamar Jackson. We still got a couple games left, but I think Lamar is your rightful and earned winner so far.
Lamar Jackson is the MVP. Has over 1,000 rushing yards, becomes the second quarterback in NFL history with over 1,000. He could pass Michael Vick. Going to pass Michael Vick for most rushing yards by a quarterback. He's got Vick's record is what, 1,039, I believe, off the top of my head. Let's go to Rico, 49ers, New Jersey. Rico, where you at in Jersey? I went to Hackettstown, Centenary College. Will the Niners win out last 3 games or go 2-1? They could also go 1-2 or 0-3.
They're not going to go in 3 because they have the Falcons this week at home. So the
Falcons just put up 40 against the
Kyle
Panthers.
Shanahan revenge game. Give me the 49ers. Then you've got the Rams, and then you've got the Seahawks. I'll go 2-1. I'm curious to see what happens with Seattle if they have lost the game as well down the stretch. If that Week 17 game is for the NFC West. Maybe the Rams still fighting for a playoff spot can pull an upset on Saturday night, by the way, the 21st of December. I go 2-1.
That was probably one of the most entertaining games I've ever seen. I am hoping, I know I have on BetUS, I am hoping we get to see 49ers Saints again. I mean, I want to see that.
That was
game.
such an awesome game. Defense is stupid. Give me offense.
Give me the offense. The 49ers, though, I think they could beat anyone right now. And if you're a 49ers fan, subscribe, youtube.com/49ers TV, the fastest growing 49ers channel on YouTube. TTV, Mr. Creeper.
Twitch TV.
What?
That's what that means.
I don't know what you're saying.
I play video games.
What do you think of the Steelers' playoff hopes?
They got a really
They're
good chance.
8-5 right now.
If they can find a way to beat the Buffalo Bills, which will not be easy by any means, but if they can pull that off, I think that they're in. 8-5, they become 9-5. They'll win the tiebreaker head-to-head. Win that game, you're in. Lose that game, things get a little bit more dicey because of the Titans lurking.
I would say that there's a 40% chance that the Steelers make it because I think that they're going to lose to the Buffalo Bills. I think the Titans have been playing much better football. I'll actually take the Titans in the playoffs over the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I won't because Tennessee they've looked great. The winner of the Chiefs was a huge surprise there. They've beat the Jags. They've beat the Colts. They've beat the Raiders.
Wow, they have a really tough schedule.
Texans, Saints, Texans. Give me the Steelers to make the playoffs.
Man, I just hate saying it because I just think that the Steelers are not as good of a team as the Tennessee Titans. Now, you asked for the Steelers' playoff hopes, so how about this question, all right? And now, who's going to win Super Bowl 54? And for anybody that wants to bet on who's going to win the Super Bowl, you got to go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NFL120. Tom, who will win Super Bowl 54? Now that we've seen, 14 weeks of football.
I believe that I am contractually obligated to continue to stick by my preseason prediction until they are officially eliminated. Chiefs lose to the Cowboys.
Leo Place is going to go with the Seahawks.
That's all I got for you.
Barrett B49 says the Ravens.
Gonna sit here in my
Troy
shame.
Daniel says Baltimore Ravens. I put money down in the beginning of the
You did.
season for the New Orleans Saints to win.
You did.
But I'm a little bit nervous after watching the 49ers going to the New Orleans and get a W. Makes me a little bit scared. But if you want to bet on which team you think is going to win the Super Bowl, go to BetDSI. Use that promo code NFL120 for 120% deposit bonus. Let's go to Pierce Thomas. Get a picture. Whew. Oh, the Drew Lock hype, Tom. It's amazing.
Well, I mean, do you blame him?
Yeah, sure. Has Drew Lock shown enough for the Broncos to try and build around him for the foreseeable future?
I think maybe the biggest argument in favor of Drew Lock is that I think we've seen obvious and clear progression from Week 13 to Week 14. He made a couple of plays in Week 13, didn't look all that fantastic. Week 14 he comes out. I thought he played really well. Now, the scheme and the more and more I watch this Denver offense with their quarterback Scangarello, the more and more it really reminds me of the way the Niners operate right now, where they don't take a ton of shots downfield. It's a lot of quick, get the ball quickly if you can passes. Like Lock's time to throw this past week was 2.65, which was bottom 10. It was very quick for the NFL. Normally it kind of fluctuates week to week. The intended air yards, basically how far deep downfield are you going? wasn't very far. It was 6.7. That's kind of in that Jimmy Garoppolo range. The numbers actually kind of look similar enough there. But in terms of long term, yeah, and especially if you keep winning games, that takes you out of the quarterback mix. You build around Locke and see how it goes. And if it doesn't work out, and if he sucks next year, you can reevaluate. But I think for next year, yes, you build on him and hope he is your franchise guy.
Let's go to Jeff. What up, Jeff? Should the Raiders go after OBJ this offseason? Because if we keep Carr, we need a number one wide receiver. Jeff, two things. Just stay tuned, my man. We're going to be breaking down some OBJ news, but this is what OBJ has done in 2019. He definitely has not been as good. And I think if you're going to go out and get a player like OBJ, I think you do it if you have the mindset that you're going to hold on to your quarterback, because I don't know if going out, trading for OBJ, and then trying to draft, I think, a quarterback is necessarily what you're trying to do. Now, you're going to get a lot of controversy around Carr. That's always going to happen. But luckily for you, Jeff, I know you're subscribed. Stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to be live on the Raiders Report, youtube.com/Raiders Report. You can almost guarantee I'm going to be talking about OBJ tomorrow on the Raiders Report. Subscribe to it. You can see the link below, youtube.com/Raiders Report. Let's go to John Kruger, who could be OBJ. I don't know. You don't got a picture. Do the Colts need to draft a quarterback? And if so, who?
Look, for starters, Colts fans got mad at me for saying at the beginning of the year, even like, I don't know what it was, week 4 or whatever it was, hey guys, Jacoby Brissett's a nice stopgap. He's not going to be your long-term option. They're going to be about a 500 team. Look where we are now. Jacoby Brissett's a stopgap option. They're about a 500 team. Wow, who could have seen that one coming? Certainly not me. I think they should consider going quarterback to answer the question and not be a jerk to everybody and Colts fans out there, because I love you guys. I think you go with a high-risk, high-reward player. You don't have to take a Jake Fromm. That's a bad idea. If Herbert falls to you, I'd consider that. If Jordan Love goes pro, if a Jacob Eason goes pro, a guy that cannot play in year one, needs time to develop some consistency, just develop overall, I think Jordan Love would be a great fit. I believe the Colts actually kind of like him. I think Chris Ballard's high on him. Maybe not even in round 1. If you can get him in round 2 somehow, trade down, that's an option. But you take someone and you take the Mahomes approach. You have a veteran stopgap option. You can win enough with him. Take your gamble on that young, high upside player and see if you can get lucky. And
imagine if the Colts were to tank and then get the first overall pick and it goes Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, Trevor Lawrence.
That's a great idea too.
Let's go to John. What up, John? Ohio State fan. Will the Bengals draft Joe Burrow?
If they're smart. Look, the Bengals, barring us, I think a surprise firing of Zach Taylor at this point, they're going to be one of the teams at the Senior Bowl. Joe Burrow has a chance to be at the Senior Bowl. If you're the Bengals, I mean, you say, hey, we want to coach Burrow in the Senior Bowl. They'll accommodate and get him there. You get an up-close look at him. You see him great, and then you make him your number 1 overall pick. I love Chase Young. He's the better player. Positional value matters in the NFL. If you can get a franchise quarterback, you always take him over the franchise edge rusher.
Now, I want to give a special shout-out to Tom because he does a lot of NFL draft coverage. I also want to give a shout-out to today's sponsor, BetDSI. For those of you that have no idea what BetDSI is, we got 438 people watching us live right now. BetDSI is the internet's #1 sportsbook. If you like betting on college football, NBA, NFL, there is one place to do it and one place only. The promo code NFL120 gets you 120% deposit bonus. Put down 100, get 120 for free. And right now is the best time to get started with BetDSI, Tom, because they randomly put money in our account.
They did. They gave me the Thanksgiving bonus. Free
holiday bonus is coming
$25.
up as well. Get yourself some free money at BetDSI. Let's go to Winston Shan. Trayvon Diggs, projected pick.
Diggs. I don't know why I threw 2 R's in there. It's fine.
He's a long-rangey, physically and athletically gifted defensive back with a knack for reading offenses. He has elite speed and athletic ability. So where's he going?
Yeah, I think you summed him up pretty well there. The long-rangey, super athletic gifted. This is Stefan's brother, by the way. That we mentioned a good million times between now and the draft process. I still think there's a little bit of development he needs to do. He struggled against LSU, but he has all of the traits and tools that you want in a cornerback. He's still, I think, learning a little bit of the cornerback side of it. I think he goes in round 1. I think there's a very good chance he's a top 20 pick this year.